Hi friends, welcome back to the online session or online class of social studies. We were continuing with the chapter Earth in our solar system. We had almost completed half of the chapter and we have given the test also. I hope you all have attempted the test and you'll get the marks very shortly. Maybe by tomorrow evening I'll share the marks in the group. Okay, so when we in the last video we had seen what is solar system. It is the sun, the 8 planets, other celestial bodies like asteroids, meteoroids, all these together forms solar system with the sun in the center, and sun is the head of the family, of that solar family. Fine. So we'll talk about sun now. Now sun, as you know, that it is in the center of the solar system. We had seen, I'll show you the picture also. We had seen the picture in our earlier videos also. So we all know that sun is in the center of the solar system. Fine. Now the sun provides heat and light to all the planets, because we had seen. Now if I ask you to define star, what is a star? A star is a celestial body which has its own heat and light, like sun. Sun is a star. And we had also discussed why we call sun as a star. It is so bright and it is so hot, while the stars are very we can see only in the night, and they are very white colored and very soft. So the sun is the nearest star to us, so we can feel its heat also. Heat and light, we can see it and we can feel it. Fine. So sun is the ultimate source of heat and light for the solar system. In our solar system, sun provides light to each and every celestial body in our solar system. Stars are not in our solar system because they are very far away from us. Though we can see with our naked eyes in the night time, because sun is on the other side of the earth, so we are able to see it, but they are not a part of our solar system. So whatever is there in our solar system, they get light and heat from the sun. So we can say the sun is the ultimate source of heat and light for the solar system. But do you really feel the heat? Because can we go outside our house in the morning time when sun is there, afternoon? Yes, we can go. It is very hot, the sun is very hot, but it is very far away from us, so we cannot feel the heat directly. Okay, so yeah, but that tremendous heat is not felt so much by us, because despite being our nearest star, it is far away from us. Sun is the nearest star for us, but it is very far away from us. How much far away? We'll see here. The sun is about 150 million kilometers from the earth. Now try to understand, 150 million kilometers. So it's very, very, very far away from us. So that direct heat we cannot feel. Of course, light we can see everything. You cannot see directly the sun with your naked eyes. Don't even try also. It can damage your eyes. Fine. So this is because it is very far away. So we cannot feel the heat. It is 150 million kilometers away from us. Now when we discussed about solar system, we discussed about the sun, the planets, the satellites. The next part is planets. We'll go with planets. Who can answer me? How many planets are there in our solar system? Some will say 6, 7, 8, 9, 8. There are 8 planets in our solar system. So now we'll see what are the planets. So there are 8 planets in our solar system. In order of their distance from the sun, if you see, they are Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune. Many of you may find it difficult to memorize it in a sequential way. First is, they miss it almost, because even I teach here, so many people forget this. So we have a very good idea for this. An easy way to memorize the name of the planets in order to distance from their sun is, now remember one line. My very efficient mother just served us nuts. Now see the first letter of each word. So my, M, Mercury, very, V, Venus, efficient, E, Earth, mother, M, Mars, just, J, Jupiter, served, S, Saturn, us, U, Uranus, nuts, Neptune. So now if you remember this, then it is easy for you to write it in a sequence, how far they are from the sun. The nearest is Mercury, the farthest is Neptune. Okay, so you can understand in this way. All these planets, they revolve around the sun. All the 8 planets of the solar system move around the sun in fixed paths. What are these paths called? We have discussed already. Who can tell me the answer? What are these paths called? These are elongated paths called as orbits. These paths are elongated, they are called orbits. Okay, so this was about planets. Now you have to remember, my very efficient mother just served us nuts. Okay, in our live class, I will ask you, I can ask any one of you this question. Okay, this figure we have seen. Now here you can see, we told that sun is in center. It is there, sun in center, and these lines, white lines, they are orbits. They are imaginary lines. We had seen in our earlier video, these are called inner planets. These are outer planets. These are asteroid belt. Okay, we have seen this. Fine. So we will not waste much of time in this. We will move ahead with our next thing. Now, which is the most important planet in all these 8 planets? What do you think? Which is the most important planet in these 8 planets? Earth. Earth is very important because we live on this planet. Our planet is Earth. So let us go and see something about our own planet. Now, which number planet is Earth from in terms of distance from the sun? First is Mercury, second is Venus, third is Earth. So we are the third planet from the sun. First is Mercury, second Venus, third Earth. But in terms of size, how big we are? Okay, now who can say which is the biggest planet? Yes, Jupiter is the biggest planet. Earth is the 5th largest planet on the solar system. 5th is Earth. First is Jupiter, then we have Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, then we come to Earth. So let us see. The Earth is third nearest planet to the sun. Of course, Mercury, Venus, Earth. In size, it is the 5th largest planet. Okay, fine. Now, what is the shape of Earth? Many of us say that it is a spherical shape. It's like a ball. But I would say it's not like a ball. Like this ball, it is flattened at the ends. Both north and south ends, it is flat here. Little bit flat. So it's more like an orange. Not total sphere. It is flattened from the upper side and lower side, which is called North Pole and South Pole. So it is a shape of an orange, you can say. If you see orange, it is flattened from the top and bottom. So it is of that shape. So we call it geoid. Okay, let's see. It is slightly flattened at the poles. That is why its shape is described as geoid. What is geoid? Geoid means an earth-like shape. If anything, now we can say, we have got a new word, geoid. We can say orange. What is the shape of orange? Orange is geoid shaped because it's more like earth shaped, right? You cannot say that orange is a sphere shape. It is geoid shape because it's flattened. Sphere means total like a ball. Okay. Now, Earth has a very important factor or feature, which is conditions favorable to support life are probably found only on the Earth. Out of these 8 planets, most probably, we are not very sure, probably the life support system is only on Earth, because still we are not able to go to another planet and see that. We have gone as far as Moon, but we are not able to go to any other planet. Satellites have gone to Mars, but not of much use. We can get certain these things, pictures or some information, but it's not of much use. We cannot find out anything there. Okay, so we can say that most probably Earth is the only planet where life can sustain or survive, because it has that kind of features. Now, what are these features? First is, the Earth is neither too hot nor too cold. It is one of the biggest feature that Earth has, and that's why we can live here. Because if it is totally hot, we cannot live. If it's totally cold, we cannot live. Second, what is the next factor? It has water, air. It has water and air, which are very essential for our survival. Because we need oxygen, we need water for drinking, our life processes. So, water and air are another thing. Because of these reasons, the Earth is a unique planet in the solar system. Now, why is it unique? Because it has all these features which you have mentioned. Also, it supports the life. That is why it is a unique and most important planet for us. Okay. Now we had also discussed one thing. Earth is also called as blue planet. Why? Because when we look towards Earth from the outer space, if you go to moon and from there if you see Earth, it will look blue in color because 70% of Earth is covered with water. So we call it as blue planet also. Okay, from the outer space the Earth appears blue because its 2/3 surface is covered by water. It is therefore called a blue planet. Okay, this was about our own planet, that is Earth. I hope you have understood this. Now we'll see satellite. What is a satellite? Moon. Moon is our satellite. So our Earth has only one satellite, that is the moon. We had also, if you remember, in solar system we had seen all the features of different planets. Some have 2 moons, some have 16 moons, some have 12 moons. All we have discussed this. That we have to remember. Our Earth has only one satellite, that is the moon. Now you say, sir, satellites, there are so many satellites we listen about in our day-to-day life. But they are all artificial satellites, human-made satellites. Where our natural satellite is moon. Moon was not made by any man, it is natural satellite for us. Okay, it is almost 1/4 of size of Earth. Its diameter is only 1/4 that of the Earth. So diameter is only 1/4 means 1/4. You know what is 1/4? 1/4. Half is 1/2. Similarly, 1/4 is 1/4. So it is very small than Earth. Almost 4. We can say, in the other words, we can say Earth is 4 times bigger than Moon. Okay, we can say this, but still then it appears very big to us. Why? Because it is very near to us. It appears so big because it is nearer to our planet than our celestial bodies, than other celestial bodies. It is very small, but if you look at Jupiter, we cannot see it. It is so far away that we cannot see it. Because the thing, if it goes very far away, its image gets diminished. It looks, or it appears very smaller. So Jupiter is so far away that we cannot see it even. But we can see Moon. The nearest thing which we can see very big is Moon. It is because it is very near to us. So this is about Moon. Now how far away is Moon? It is almost 3,85 kilometers. It is about 84,400 kilometers away from us. Okay, this you have to remember. Now, how much time does it take for one complete revolution, one complete orbit? It takes 27 days. And also, it moves on its own axis. Means this is revolution. We have seen revolution, rotation also. You all must be knowing what is revolution, what is rotation. So for revolution, it takes 27 days, and almost same time it takes for its own rotation also. So for this, what happens? Almost we see the one side of Moon only at one time. Not one time, we see almost the same side of Moon on Earth, because it rotates, it revolves for 27 days, and 27 days it takes for its one complete rotation. So it will be same side will be there for the Earth. This I'll explain you in our live class very clearly with some maybe I'll use some balls and this so you can understand them more better. The Moon does not have conditions favorable for life. It has neither water nor air. So Moon, there is no life on Moon. We know this very sure because astronauts have been to Moon. They have seen there. There is no water, there is no air. So people cannot stay there. I hope it's very clear to you that people cannot stay because there is no water and no air to survive. So this was about Moon. Now in the next video we will see about the artificial satellites or human-made satellites. How they are sent into space. Very interesting topic, how we send the satellites to space. And also we will see the last part, that is asteroids and meteorites. Meteoroids also we can say. So asteroids, meteoroids, what is the difference between them? What are other things present there? The other things other than the planets and sun, what are there? We'll talk about galaxies. So this will be the next part. Thank you. Have a nice day.